But no, she. I just like I understand what they're coming from. Like all the points you laid out were very valid, but it not more. It just more spoke to how fucked the ending was than it actually.
I think
gaslighting yourself into thinking it's so bad it was on purpose is a new low. I have never seen anything like that. Even with Game of Thrones, we were like, wow, that was it for real.
Yeah. No, and all the little like things where they're saying like, no, it's like so obviously they left things out that surely they couldn't have done that.
And now that one Duffer Brothers like, guys, I'm tired. Like I just had the flu. Like, and everyone's like, there's another episode.
Bro,
like,
they crashed the app. I was there yesterday when we tried to log on.
Carly tried to watch it. She was part of the crash.
It crashed, bro. No,
it actually crashed.
Like you couldn't I was
Netflix
watching
crashed.
a different movie on Netflix and it booted me.
Crazy.
We're cooked, dog.
Oh man! All right, let's get into it.
Nice hat. Hey, a hat.
Hats off. Get the hats. Get the hats. Hats. You need hats.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it, guys. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Well-Hatted Cinema Club. I'm Eric, as always, joined by my incredibly handsome co-hosts. Give it up for Micah and Brian.
Woo!
These guys, man, oh man.
Been a minute.
It feels good to be back. Our first real episode of 2026. We put out a Stranger Things finale special episode last week. So if you haven't gone and checked that out yet, please go ahead, look it up on YouTube, on Spotify. We've been getting a ton of traffic on our Stranger Things stuff, so there's not another episode coming out.
Nope.
No conformity gate.
No conformity gate.
We really appreciate you guys checking into those, and we'll have to find another show that attracts that much attention. But we wanted to put out an episode today to kind of wrap up some
we
of
did
the.
get a suggestion, Eric.
I saw Lexi Calhoun. If you are listening, we'll watch it.
We're gonna get into that. I think we're gonna have to because I saw that comment and everyone. And then when I told Carly and some of her friends about that, they were like, "Well, you have to watch that show." So what is it? Is it gonna be Heated Rivalry Pod now?
Heated, well-hatted rivalry.
Well-heated rivalry.
Hey,
well heated.
Maybe. All right, maybe next week we'll throw an episode into the.
Should we save it for June? Is that too? Will the buzz die down?
It's too far down the line.
We can cover that and the Stranger Things episode,
we can just
right?
do the pilot. We can start with the pilot maybe for this.
All right,
for this next week.
It'll be on our homework, our agenda.
Yeah.
Maybe I can hold hands with Micah and watch it together.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
In person. But
wouldn't that be something?
We wanted to
I'll
put
pull
out
up
an
with you and
episode
Dave when we
here
watch.
to wrap up the end of 2025, kind of cover some of the big movies that came out over the holiday season. A couple of big ones that we're really excited to talk about, give our thoughts, and give a little roundup to the end of 2025 in general. But before we get into that, it's been a while since we've done this, but let's go ahead and go around the horn and talk about what we've been watching since probably the middle of December was the last time we did around the horn.
Yeah.
But
what'd you watch, Eric?
Yeah,
start with you, buddy.
The one I wanted to talk about, it really isn't the correct holiday or time of year to be watching this, but I watched the final Conjuring movie, Conjuring Last Rites.
How was it, man?
It was my last movie of 2025. And man, oh man, I mean, this is a movie that made a ton of money for Warner Brothers around October. None of us watched it. I figured give it a try. I saw it was streaming. The third one really went against the grain, right? The first two were haunted house movies. The third one tried to do something different, and it was filmed during COVID. So not a lot of people try to do that. This one is trying to be that. It's the end of a lot of the Conjuring universe, right? It's the end of the Warrens. They tie in some stuff with Annabelle. It just felt like the second movie, like redone to a certain extent, and there's a huge emphasis on the Warrens' daughter, Judy. I think her name is.
A child or an adult?
She's an adult now, and I looked it up, and now I think there's been 3 different actresses that have played her over the course of the Conjuring universe.
Really?
McKenna Grace played her in that third Annabelle.
She did.
Annabelle.
She did. I forgot McKenna Grace did play her at one point.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But it's not McKenna Grace now. She's playing it's a woman in her late 20s. She's supposed to be in her late 20s, 30s. She's marrying the actor who played the drummer in Bohemian Rhapsody. Don't remember his name, but you probably remember what he looks like. That was exactly how I
specific.
I was like, okay.
When you see his face, I'm like, oh, that's the guy from. That's exactly what David and I said.
Oh, of course.
But there's a huge like emphasis on those two.
Okay.
Like they're like the secondary characters in the movie behind the Warrens, and the Warrens don't show up to the haunted house until the last 45 minutes of the movie, and then it kind of just sprints towards the ending. So it's pretty disjointed. I say it reheats the second Conjuring's nachos, which I like this second Conjuring a lot. But I think the fact that they don't show up to the haunted house towards pretty much the end, and the whole point is the ghost, the haunted house wants the Warren's daughter to show up is the whole point.
Huh.
And he's trying to get her. But they don't, and it kind of, in spoiler alert, it ends on a very, it ends with their wedding. The daughter and the drummer from Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm going to keep saying it. And it's a very, Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, type of ending, where you look in the crowd and it's like all of the people from the first Conjuring, the second Conjuring.
Really?
What's his name? The guy that directed the first two.
James Wan.
James Wan's in the audience. I was like, what are we doing right now?
Parents really took over the guest book, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus, right? I heard there's people from the first one and the second one and the third, they're just all from throughout the whole.
Yeah. I'm like, weird. Why would you even show up to their? You have no connection to their daughter.
Judy wasn't she didn't go to the Rhode Island house or the house in England.
She didn't go to England.
Hey, if they paid for the wedding, they can invite whoever the fuck they want.
I guess that's
what they said. I
assume it's more supposed to be kind of tying together the end of The Conjuring, right? It's like,
yeah.
oh, look at that, yeah.
A little glub shitto right before you go.
Yeah, exactly.
The
ghost shitto? We call it ghost shitto.
Was a crooked man in the back with Bathsheba?
Dude. There was a weird moment where they try to end kind of the Annabelle story where a giant Annabelle pops up, a giant one. And I'm like, this...
how big we talking?
Yeah, how big we talking
too
here?
Big. It fills up the whole room. I don't know. I'm sad because I like the first two Conjurings. I didn't like the third one. I had some hopes for this one because it made so much money, and I think that the series kind of went out on a whimper, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is a shame.
But enough yapping about that. Brian, I'll kick it over to you. What you been watching, my
guy?
Cool.
So obviously, I've put in a lot of movie time, with especially with the holidays and stuff. But I'll try to focus more on anyone that was a new watch. Because I don't really think they're disappointed. Because we're going to be all day if we talk about the rewatches. So one I did see, speaking of McKenna Grace, was Regretting You. I was with Carly and her mom. Hey, because I wanted to see it. I don't really have a lot to report on it. I didn't hate it. I didn't really like it either. Nothing really happened.
Were you invested?
But that's your boy.
Mason Thames. I don't know. This one, there wasn't that. I felt like it was gonna be that absurd twist, but no. It's pretty. The story's pretty laid out. I wish I had more input on it. They kind of wait for to reveal the truth that you as the audience knows, but the main character McKenna Grace doesn't know until the very end, and then she's upset about it for an hour, and then and then the movie ends. So whatever. Moving on. Another McKenna Grace one. I saw the second Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh wow!
I did it.
Wow.
I have a lot of respect for these fucking dog shit movies because
they make money.
No, because here's the thing. So I've seen both. And keep in mind, I played the game, the first one, once or twice. I'm not. I know the lore goes deep. So I watched the first movie, and it was so boring. The only thing I liked about it, which carries over to this one, is that they didn't do cheap CG for the animatronics. They went through Jim Henson's workshop.
Oh, they built them.
Yeah, they look great.
Oh, nice.
The animatronics look cool. I'll give them that. But the movie's boring. So I went and watched some videos about some of the lore about this because I was like, okay, let me try and understand it. And obviously that will still not be the same as someone who grew up doing it.
Right.
Here's something these kids, their lore doesn't make any sense, and it's fucking stupid. There you go. That's what they need to understand. And it carries over to the second movie, which is just so heavy on this. And a reason I kind of respect these movies, Micah, is because they do not care about general viewing. They made these movies strictly for these fans, and they do not give a fuck if you know what's going on or not. So as a regular viewer, it's
Right.
borderline unwatchable. It's not scary. It makes no sense. But all like these fans are like, it's peak, bro. And I'm like, I honestly almost don't feel like a hater being like, this shit's ass, because like they don't care. They made it for these dumbass fans, and they loved it. Like, there's all these like Easter eggs, Colin, but I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's these new animatronics coming out of the woodwork. There's apparently like a dead guy and all these different things. There's I can't even begin to explain it. I do not understand these movies, and I don't think I'm supposed to.
I was talking to my friend Tom because he's big into this,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, I saw such and such character in the trailer. This is gonna be so good." And I was like, "Can you explain?" Like,
Yeah, explain
He's
it.
like, "Oh, well, his name is this. He's the ghost of a dead child inside a robot.
Yeah.
but the fans call him this, and that's why I'm excited." And I was like,
Yes.
Okay. What? Yeah.
It went
your
from
favorite-
no. It's like that's the thing. It's like you try to like be like, okay, well, what? Explain that lore. Like, explain what's the significance of this. And they're like, well, actually, so what we thought was this guy actually died before, and his ghost spirit inhabits this thing, and it was designed to protect her. I'm like, this was about haunted animatronics scaring a security guard, and then they put in all these little bits that make no sense. But listen again.
Apparently deep, rich,
The
thematic.
fans love it, and they're gonna probably make another one because it made a ton of money.
It
but
makes so much money, bro.
At least
off
this
a small budget.
I'll give the credit this one. Like, again, credit I gave the first one, same as this one. The animatronics still look great, even though it's not that interesting. And two, this one, at least a little more stuff happens, where like there were a couple scenes where I didn't get scared, but I was like, oh, it's loud at least. The first one is so unbelievably boring. You would not be able to believe. And I guess the last thing I watched, I finally went around to seeing RoboCop for the first time. I'd never seen the original.
Okay.
And I'm starting to notice a trend with movies written in the 80s, dystopian movies, that are like eerily accurate to today's times.
Yeah.
It's almost like during that era, all the dystopian things they wrote are reflective. It's crazy because like this one's all about privatization of the military. AI, robots, not being able to control robotics in a military setting. Like the first, those scenes when, you've seen in real life when Tesla tries to show that their car is not going to hit somebody and then it just fucking hits someone. That's literally the opening scene, one of the opening scenes of the movie, but instead it's a police robot. They're like, okay, now pretend to put the gun down. And he's like, okay, put the gun down. It's like, threat alert, just lights the guy up. It's like, okay. And then, like, all the real estate, they're always talking about, like, why would, all the real estate agents say AI, everything's robotic. The whole argument is that, like, that they want to privatize the entire police force. I'm like,
jeez.
This is very...
We're, like, halfway there.
Yeah, but it was cool. I do think it's baffling that they made the remake that I never saw PG-13. This movie is all about the squibs, you know what I mean? Like, the blood splatters.
Yeah.
I cannot believe they went for it, but it was cool. And then obviously we saw Resurrection stuff, but yeah, that's about those are pretty much the new ones I watched coming into this new year. So Micah, round us out. Oh,
right.
And I watched one more Bond movie, but I'll do a Bride's Bond corner when I finish out, all right, next episode.
All right. So I watched The Secret Agent before I made up my mind, which I liked. I don't think it's as good as like I'm Still Here coming out of Brazil last year, but solid movie. I had fun with it. Slight spoiler, there are no secret agents in the movie. I got to the end and I was like, why would you call it this? I mean, it's still like a fun, tense story, but it's not like a spy story. I was like...
Why is it called that then?
I don't know. He's in witness protection, basically. So that's where the tension comes from.
I thought you were going to tell me some other thing about like a secret agent is a different, like a double meaning.
There's no spies or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I watched another misleading movie that had been on my watch list for a while called Monster, which, like, if you watch the trailer, it's this, like, tense story about this kid who might be getting, like, beat up by his teacher, and this mom is, like, losing it, trying to, like, get to the bottom of it. And, like, the first third is like that, and then you switch perspectives, and then they're like, no, the kid is not being bullied or anything. He is the bully. And he came home with a black eye on accident, and then he's like tweaked out because he's sad because his dad's dead. Then he switched perspectives again, and then you get the POV of the kid he was bullying, and they become friends. And then the ending is kind of ambiguous, but maybe they die, maybe they don't. But it was like nice, just a nice solid. Really threw me for a loop. the teacher's life is ruined regardless. That's tough. They're like, you
tough.
can't tell the truth because it might mess this kid's future up. He can't be known as a bully. So his life just gets ruined. And then I watched another watchlist one called Itchy the Killer, which I didn't know anything about, but people have been like, oh, it's really cool. But it was about like these two like Japanese underground kind of assassins kind of going at it. But the movie is just really sadistic. Like the titular character is like wears like this like suit like a superhero, and he's got like knives in his shoes. And then every now and then he's like kind of like a fucked up kid that like just kind of grew up, and he's like super deadly, and he'll just lose his mind and start kicking people. And that was gruesome. And then the other guy that is being hunted, he likes like torturing people, and it was just really gruesome and gory. And I finished it over my lunch break a couple days ago, and that was a fucking mistake.
Yeah. Not a mistake for the lunch break movie.
When it's nasty.
Yeah.
But I will say, everyone in this movie is dripped out, especially the main dude. Everyone's kind of dressing like blinged out Tyler Durden. I don't. So that was cool. I was like, focus on the drip because there's people's like faces being cut off and stuff, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Right, but that's about it.
Yeah. Mike, I just laughed about that because I remember when we watched earlier in this pod, we watched First Reformed. It was a slow day at the office. It was just me and a couple of people, my boss, and I had the screen up, and it was just that dude bump with the shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh.
Blew himself away.
All right, so what are we getting into today, Eric?
Oh man, we got I think two of the biggest movies to drop during the holiday season. Let's start with the big one first, the one that came out first, right? James Cameron's Avatar, Fire and Ash. Oh my god. I mean, we don't need to do like a real introduction on the plot synopsis.
No,
you know the plot. You know,
we know you've seen it. This movie's gonna make $2 billion.
Yeah.
We know you've seen it.
Yeah, we know. We're looking at you,
man.
I mean, we can
where
just
to
go
start?
around the horn and talk. I mean,
it reminded me about why I used to love Avatar. It reminded me about why I'm just saying, like, even more than Way of Water did. Like, Way of Water was kind of like, oh, I thought I was going to be back into this. This was more like, hell yeah, Avatar rocks. I want to actually go back and see it again in IMAX before it leaves. I think it's got one more weekend. Yeah, dude, it rocked. That was a fucking banging 3.5 hours. Sure, some repetition in the set pieces and plot, but I don't care. That was awesome. Quaritch is my goat. That's what I'll say about that.
That's your goat?
Dude,
of all
he's so funny. I think he's
interesting
so
message
fucking...
to take away from this, white man.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be racist.
God forbid a white boy gets a little native.
Yeah. I mean,
let's talk about Spider.
Spider.
I mean, there's a ton of different to cover. Yeah, to your point about 3.5 hours going to see it again, I thought I was going to be late getting home watching Resurrection at 9:55 on Tuesday. I got out, I looked across the hallway at AMC. There was a 10:15 IMAX showing of Avatar being played.
That's a late showing.
I was like, do I just walk in and watch the end of the movie real
Yeah.
quick? But also, I'm like, you're not getting out of that movie until like 2.
No.
Easy.
And someone has
That's
to lock
insane.
up.
Yeah.
Someone's got to be there to lock up.
But you know
I
what?
know.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
This is a
Oh,
great
yeah, it
movie.
is. Yeah.
This is a great time. There's so much. There's a ton going on in this movie. I think the first 2 acts feel very refreshing in the sense they're different. I think they're different than the first 2 movies. Whereas the third act, I think, suffers a little bit because it feels eerily similar to the third act of Way of Water, which I think is a superior third act. But I still enjoy this movie. To your point about Quaritch, I think adding in
As a villain.
as a villain, he is incredible. Like, some of those line deliveries are just perfection. I love his interactions with Varang, in the camp when they first kind of meet. I think that's one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. It just there's so much more to say. We need to jump off each other, but
yeah, Mike. I'll let Micah come in first because you
I mean,
give him a recap.
Yeah, no, I overall, I liked it. I don't know. It's very much like a continuation of the second one.
Yeah.
Whereas between 1 and 2, there's more of a difference.
Yeah.
New location, that kind of thing. I liked it a lot. You know, I got to see my boy Payakan. Got to, you know, hang out with.
My boy Payakan was good.
The Tulkun, or whatever they are.
Tulkun.
They're sick. We got to see the Tulkun Council. That was dope.
Did he hit up Denevino for his sound design? That he had to like that vibration was very Dune-ish to me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, I mean, big worms, big whales.
Big worms, big whales. Same thing. Man, you know what I liked about, like, one of the things I like best about it? I think the fire tribe, like, all that dynamic, that I thought that was cool. Because obviously, like, a Way of Water, there was a point where James Cameron was like, yo, let me just break down for a minute and flex my water CGI, which I get it. That shit was awesome. But, like, this one, like, they were on the move running from the was it the Mogwai? Is that what they were called?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were running from that. And I did like Quaritch's angle, because when they link up, it goes a little less of like, I'm gonna hunt you down, because they kind of have to work just to, you know, as a means to an end. So they have to work together, which I like that dynamic. And then you start to see him, even though he's still hunting him down, he starts to, in a more twisted way, have the same experience that Jake Sully had, where he
like
starts
exactly the same. He's like, found me a
Navi
baddie.
baddie. Bro, that scene had me geeking, where I'm like, I have yet to see anyone really talk about it online, where the scene when he takes the drugs is just straight out of Far Cry 3 or 4. Like the whole like you with the drugs, they got the baddest priesty, they did a lot of first person POVs in this one, which was like straight out of Far Cry. But I thought it was dope. He just had me geeking with some of his lines when he walked out fully natived up during that briefing and be like, y'all didn't actually tell me about this.
Yeah.
I was crying, because they're just like, look at yourself, you look ridiculous.
Yeah. He was like, I brought you a burger.
Yeah,
I thought that was awesome. I did, like, talking on that point, I loved their little team up in the first act.
Yeah.
It's a good introduction to Varang. I will say that initial
the aerial battle?
The aerial battle, very cool. I was like, we're getting like pirates kind of in Avatar with like Professor Lupin, which is crazy. David and I did have a moment where when she's like, she kind of heads nod to one person and she shoots him. He like covers himself in oil and she shoots him, which is one of her clansmen. And David and I looked at each other. I was like, what the hell is going on right now? Like, this is like, we're like, oh my God. I don't know. It was that first act really did it for me, because obviously 1 and 2 kind of mirror each other. With like Quaritch's journey becoming more engrossed with, the land.
They had me engrossed, man. They had the tension was up when they were on the run on foot. The Mogwai were sneaky. I'd be like, oh shit, there he is back there. And they come sprinting after them. Once again, I don't know. I feel like the emotional core really fell onto Loak and Jake. I didn't really love the spider aspect of it all. I don't think a lot of people did. I'm not going to shit on the kid.
Yeah, let's get to the spider.
That's an easy target, but I thought the Loak moment with him and Jake, when Jake verbally eventually blames him for Netanyahu's death.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one hit right in the chest, because the kid, whoever the kid playing Loak is, he can act.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
And but that's what I'm saying. I don't want to take that as like, and Spider was bad actor. I just I think
he's got a hard job because he's not there.
He has to do it
when
twice.
They're filming.
He's also in this movie, they make him the crux of every single major
Get a
plot
lot
point.
weighing on his shoulder.
He's obviously like playing the son of both Jake and Quaritch. He is now like what's being chased for the human race in terms of coming here. And then he's also like, you can call it romantic interest for Kiri. Like he's there when she has her big moment.
How do we feel about the kiss?
Took me out.
If we're doing,
what'd you think, Micah?
If we're doing it, we could all see this coming. I just didn't expect it to look so silly, but it's fine. Obviously.
Stop calling him Monkey Boy.
Sigourney Weaver did not kiss that child.
I know.
That is the hardest thing. I think just because we know it's Sigourney Weaver.
And it sounds like Sigourney Weaver. She talks like, imagine meeting a teenager and they open their mouth and they sound like they're 70.
Yeah.
They're like, what's going on? Are you smoking?
Yeah.
They've also always done
Michael
this.
Caine.
Yeah. I've noticed this movie especially, they've always kind of done this. This one, they said, fuck it. I don't know what, like, claws James Cameron did, where, like, they're blue, and I don't think they have nipples, but they're just, like, straight up naked. In a lot of these scenes,
No,
like,
I think they do have nipples.
oh, they do? Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, some of the ladies, especially, the pregnant lady, I'm like, she's just naked, bro. Like, it's, like,
Kate
crazy.
Winslet, yeah.
They were like, no, and I feel like there's probably something, it's, like, because it's animated, but I was just like, I feel like I don't remember the other movies being this. They just had, like, rope. It's just, I don't know.
You know, it's hot, probably. Probably a crisp 80 all year round.
Oh, yeah.
This would be my dream.
Yeah, that's a beautiful area there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was I think it's just like one of those things where we went in, right, 3D, and I keep in mind, last 3D movie I saw was Predator Badlands, which is one of those.
What kind of 3D?
We did the regular, like, with real D or whatever, which isn't as good. Yeah, I'm gonna go see an IMAX, but even still,
A Dolby.
I know, we didn't go to Dolby, but I'm saying, like, even this one, Micah, like, basic one, I'm nervous, because I'm like, screen's not big enough, like, how is it gonna really work? I didn't have a problem, because this movie's designed to be seen in 3D, and, like, no one, and my friends are with me who hate it, we all hated seeing Badlands in 3D, because that one feels like, this one actually feels like you're in Pandora, versus, most 3D just feels like some of the people in the foreground are a little farther out. Does that make sense? Like, it's just a different feel. I didn't find it distracting. Jeremy made a joke that he's like, I didn't even get it to pee, man. I raw dogged Avatar Fire and Ash.
I can't remember the last time I peed during a movie.
I know, but he like
if I haven't re-seen it or like rewatching it.
I try not to pee. I didn't pee during that one. I had to pee during Marty Supreme and I sprinted.
Oh my god.
Sprinted.
Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right. Like, I know Mike is a big advocate for it. I watched it the first time in regular and Dolby, and the second time in IMAX 3D. And it definitely is like built for IMAX. Or
I know.
for
I'm
3D.
gonna try to go
like,
see it in IMAX.
Circling
3D.
back to Kiri though, what do you think about her? It kind of completed like the whole Jesus arc, you know?
Yeah.
Immaculate birth, superpowers.
It wasn't anything like we weren't expecting, right?
Yeah.
Like, we all kind of knew she was, immaculate birth, like a Jesus character. So when they do that big emotional reveal, like, you didn't have a dad, I was like, I think we all kind of saw it coming. I did enjoy the mother, like, seeing, like, Awa. Like, I wasn't
the crazy side eye. Like, what are you doing?
I wasn't sure what they were gonna do, but when it was a giant face, I was like, "This feels right."
Kind of cool.
Like, it works.
Cool.
Like, it's kind of sick. Like, oh, great mother, and it's just a giant face. Like, what do you want?
Indeed,
like,
it's like a big avatar.
Yeah.
a big Navi woman just looking at you like,
oh,
what are you doing here?
When spiders started growing, what do they call it?
Gross.
The kuno.
Gross. So gross.
Gross.
And then they finally start braiding his hair over, and I'm like, yeah, good. Cover that thing up.
Cover it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah,
Get that thing away from me.
I'm glad you got the same thing. It's like everyone in the audience literally went, ugh. Like when they pulled his hair back, and they're like, this little thingy growing out the back of his head. Oh.
I think to the people, a lot of criticism, it feels like repetitive, right? And I do think there's some validity, and like there are multiple scenes that are kind of like one-aways that do feel the same. Like, there's a scene with them hunting like Tolkien where he's like, "Get me in the pocket, get me in the pocket." I'm like, we did this exact same scene. There's a scene with Spider and Quaritch, like when he's locked up and he's like holding the
Lowak hiding in a reef or something from
Lowak
a new creature.
A new creature, which it still looks great, but I'm also like, I understand that.
The only thing that really got me where I was like, this feels repetitive is the final kind of one of the final parts happening on a sinking, burning wreckage during an eclipse again. I was like, I didn't care about the fact that it was a similar like layout with the Tolkien because it's Avatar.
Yeah.
But like the other part, I was like, are we actually doing another final act, like final battle on a sinking boat? You already did a battle on a sinking boat.
When like someone's captured.
Somebody's captured.
But then we got our annual Jake and Quaritch fight. Like, we have to
hell yeah. He's not dead, bro. My boy Quaritch ain't dead. You can't kill him.
No. They've killed him twice on screen, and he's still alive. He's definitely not dead. Neither is Rang, so I'll be excited to see.
Yeah, no, they're
kind of need a fourth, because I need Natiri to actually like chop her head off.
Yeah.
No. That was my thing. I wanted like the tag team like couple fight. I wanted that so
would have been cool.
We didn't talk about that. That scene of the breaking out Jake out of the city was sick.
Awesome. That was so cool.
Natiri in the city, like they said, and God, this, I was trying to say to some people who were like, I forget who I was talking to. I think we were like drunk at some bar, and they're like talking about like, I don't get it. I'm like, you don't understand what you're seeing before your eyes. Like, I think, Micah, you said, this movie shouldn't exist. Like, everything you're seeing is digitally created. That's fucking insane.
And it looks so
good. Like, holy fuck. Even got that marine biologist, what's his name, getting a little redemption, sort of. Like, he did a good thing.
that felt deserved. In my mind, I just go back to the Holly Wheeler stuff. It was like, this is how you do it. Yeah, strange. Sorry, not to harp on Holly. But that Holly Wheeler. Karen,
that breakout was crazy because you had like her sneaking in Bronx 10, then you had the lights and the gunships, and Giovanni Ribisi's back. That's cool. I like his character. I forget his name, but I like his character. No, it was great, man. I'm excited to see what they do next, which they're making an Avatar 4, which is awesome. Is that official?
Well, I don't know how you say no to the only man on the earth to do this. Average $2 billion over his last 5 projects is crazy.
So people are trying to say like it doesn't have any cultural impact. I'm like, bro, movies don't make $2 billion anymore like this. No. He's made $2 billion movies in an era when that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the era of like the End Games and the Force Awakens. Way of Water came out, I would argue, at an even worse time to come out in theaters.
No, this movie is outpacing Way of Water, which is kind of wild.
It's amazing. So that was the point I wanted to bring up, kind of to like maybe bookend this. Is like, or bookend it is like, this is the end, like you could call it, of like a trilogy. That's how James Cameron's kind of described it. He's kind of left it at a point where if this is the end of the story, like, he's hit a lot of his plot points. Yeah. But he does leave the door, like, ajar, right?
They did film the first act, right? I think, of the next one. That's what I heard.
But, like, obviously, we all want, like, a fourth one. If they were to say, like, this is it, this is the trilogy you're getting, like, how do you feel of it as just a trilogy? Are you okay with it? Or do you think it's, like...
Okay. I would take it.
I would take
it. They do blow up, like, the entire hierarchy of the military that's there. So, I mean, I'm assuming it's just going to be, like, the beginning of...
Yeah. They've closed...
They're just going to leave, you know?
I think the first Avatar, right, they, like, kind of buttoned it up nice and good in case they never got another one. Then you got Way of Water comes out, and they're like...
Let's leave it open.
We're older, Jake, back. We're leaving it open at the end. Now, this one, they're kind of like, okay, I think, because even if let's say they are making the fourth, but they're planning... If the fourth one is what I understand, like, the first act will be... kind of fall, but then it's going to take another time jump. So, like you said, like, I would, if they never made another Avatar again, like, this is a pretty solid 1, 2, 3. You covered all your bases. Like, you have some questions about, like, Varang, and, like, you'd have some questions about, like, maybe Kiri. But then James Cameron goes, like, I would do a press conference, and I'd tell you everything you need to know.
Which is such a chess move play. Yeah. Because you know Fox is just going to be like, all right. That, like,
what are you going to say to him? He's a billionaire in his own right.
You can't monetize that. Like, he's just like, I'm going to go tell you guys all of it.
All right,
fine, make it. Like,
people are still going out to see Avatar. Like, this is like a thing. Like, I feel like people are starting to realize there's a point, right? They're like, who cares anymore? It doesn't. No, it matters. Like, this movie is making money.
Those people never made sense because the box office doesn't lie. I don't know.
Balls don't fucking lie. Like, it's doubled like all those Lilo and Stitch nonsense too. You know, doubled it.
Yeah, when a real blue person pulls up, get fucked. Get fucked, Stitch.
Fuck off, Stitch. That's funny.
That's ridiculous. All right, well, we want to transition to our second.
Yeah, let's move right on. That was great. I'm excited about I'm happy with Avatar, man. That exceeded my expectations. I'm very happy with it. So,
Marty Supreme.
Dude, number one killer, dude. The movie. Marty? Eric, I feel like you were Team Marty. You were all about the Marty guy. So why don't you open us up? What'd you think?
I went last night and watched it again with Riley because she hadn't seen it. Shout out Riley, like, thanks for sitting through that, but she
didn't like
fucking
it.
In her seat, like freaking out when stuff happens. I had to like lean over and tell her, like, so I'm like, hey, there's a really like loud part coming up, so she could like cover her ears.
Oh, she not like the noise, or is it like the stressful
part? It's like a part
of
the noise and the stress. But this,
he's like, babe, we got to go to the Dolby Theater. Just blow it up, Riley.
One of the first movies I took her to was like F1, and that's a whole other thing.
She
was covering her ears. But talking about stress, this is similar to Uncut Gems, a 2.5 hour heart attack in the best way possible, in my opinion. It also, for me, combines with like, I love sports movies. It has a bit of that. This is a movie that has so many different like moments, set pieces. Like, this is the same movie where you have like a montage of ping pong played by the Harlem Globetrotters all over the world, different things. Like you have Timothy Chalamet playing ping pong with a seal. in the same movie where a bathtub falls through a ceiling. Is the
And
same
crushes
movie
it
where
through his
there's
hand.
it's the same movie where he's getting spanked. Like, there's so much that happens in this movie.
One of the guys from Shark Tank.
Yeah, by one of the guys from Shark Tank. I love this movie. I have a lot to say about it, but I thought it was an all-time performance by Timmy. He was already cleaning up on some awards.
Yeah.
So, Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll let Eric. I know you have probably more to say about this movie than I do, so I loved it. I thought it was great. I think one of you said when I was on my way in, being like, "Hey, careful, like it's fast." I'm like, "Oh, how fast could it be?" The answer is very fast. And I do love my cousin Mary, fan of the pod. She's big on Marty and Timmy. She was so excited for this movie, and she loved it, but her siblings didn't. And I'm hearing people's complaint about this movie is because
How old is Mary?
24.
Okay, that's like the Timmy demographic right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
25 maybe. But anyway, she was saying she loved it, and I was telling one of my other friends when they were like, should I watch it? Some people didn't like this movie because she's like, he's so unlikable is what I'm hearing.
That's the point.
And I feel like that is obviously the point. He's a dirtbag. Then this movie does market itself. The only kind of leeway I give people who didn't like it is that it markets itself more as like the untold sports
Like
story
an
of
underdog.
triumph. Yeah.
But he's just a dog. Yeah,
He's just a dog.
Yeah.
He's
a villain in everyone else's story.
And apparently the story that I heard, the true story, is more of his claim to fame because he did win some nationals. Like there was a whole thing about the different paddles, his actual success in professional ping pong. But his big thing was he was a hustler. He would hustle people all over New York City out of money on ping pong. He was a dirtbag too, and I think they played it great. So I thought this movie was great. I think I definitely took some time off my life. Like, God, that was a stressful 2 hours because it's like, bro, just quit while you're ahead. Stop. God, you don't need to do it in the park. Please, no, you can wait. Get the necklace. But no, it was, I thought Timmy did a great performance. And I think if you don't like this movie, you should grow up.
Yeah, I do think I liked it. I do think like for me it was like really all those tangents, like when we go back to the farm with the dog stuff, like the third time, I was like, okay. Like we're really following this. But I did like it. I like the performances. I like seeing like Kevin O'Leary and Tyler the Creator. Odessa Zion was good.
Yeah.
And so was Gwyneth Paltrow. She was good. So I'd say like solid. I think as far as like the kind of like the Uncut Gems comparison, I went like after we saw it, I went home and I was like wrapping gifts and I watched Uncut Gems again. I think I like the tighter, like that felt more tense to me. I think just because of like how more like pretty much straight. It's like day, night, day. I'm gambling and like just being an idiot with his money. This was like kind of more of a longer of a ride. Longer, more loops. Sometimes you go over here, come back, you do this, you do that. But I liked it. Yeah.
No, yeah, I will say, Mike, I agree in the sense like I kind of kept track of like when he had the money, when he didn't, how long it had been. I get that. No, I agree on that point. Eric, I'm curious because then you can take off. Like, I heard some people had a real problem with how raunchy they thought this movie was. I didn't think the sex was over.
Well, I think it hits different. Why might it hit different, Eric? Situationally.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, situation. So New Year's Eve, happened to be in the same movie theaters as Micah and Mike. I was like, oh, it's Christmas. You bring your family to the movies. I go bring my mom and my sister to this movie. I'm sitting right next to my mom.
Right out the rip.
Having an open credit scene to conception is quite a choice.
Nice.
But
sperm flying?
Yeah, this is the same woman I took to watch One Battle After Another. So she can handle it. I think that's definitely like similar to One Battle After Another with that opening scene with Tiana Taylor and Sean Penn. There is a barrier to entry in this movie, or similar to Nora even. Like, if you can't get past that, like, this isn't the movie for you.
Yeah.
Like, this certainly isn't the movie for you. But I think to your point you're bringing up earlier, Brian, like, I think the detestable part of that is a huge selling point for Timothy's credit for this movie. Obviously, like, if you walk out of this movie, like, disliking him, that's the point. Like, he's the villain in everyone else's story. Except his own. And I love that subversion of like an atypical sports movie. Like at the end when the hero wins, everyone's cheering. At the end, no one's cheering for him. except himself, which I think is I like that subversion tactic. I'll be curious. You know, I enjoyed Tyler, the Creator. Thought Gwyneth Paltrow was actually a pretty like inspired choice for casting.
Yeah,
because you don't see Gwyneth Paltrow in like a ton these days. And so I thought it worked. And Kevin O'Leary, clearly, I like his little bit at the end where he's like, I'm the vampire, and I'm like, I've seen him talk like this on Shark Tank, like, which is actually like funny, like, and we all like associate him as a businessman.
Yeah.
I you know, you can tell Safdie's from New York, and this very much works. I like the score, soundtrack, 80s music for a movie set in the 1950s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They one thing I think that Safdies do well, and they're not the only ones who've done this, and I think this is another reason why some people didn't like it. And I know some people had the same thing with Uncut Gems. They do a good job at the natural, like, when when you're in a conversation and too many people are talking over each other and it's tense and it's like stressing, you're like, yo, I need to leave this room. It's stressing me out in here. They bottle that emotion and they put it into a movie. And I think people watching it, like, as you watch these scenes where it makes you want to be like, either A, walk away, or B, be like, everybody shut the fuck up and one person talk at a time. But so if you take that, the whole point is the movie's supposed to elicit that response. You're not, and I think some people didn't like that. Remember, my mom and dad were big about Uncut Gems. They're like, I just couldn't deal with it. I'm like, that's the point. Because there were scenes when I'm like, everyone's all right. I'm like, you're like, everyone shut up, shut the hell up. One of you talk at a time. Like it's.
I think to Micah's point, I think Uncut Gems I remember my first watch and the takeaway from that was like, holy shit, no one could get a word in. That was so stressful, and I think Mike is absolutely correct. Yeah. Definitely more than this movie, because this takes more of like a wider appeal approach with the concept. But
he's the kind of guy who, Timmy, obviously, or Marty in this case, is just the kind of guy that's always like, just being like, can I talk to you for a minute? Let me just talk to you for a minute. Let me, like, I can explain this whole thing, and it's like, bro, like, shut up. Like, quit while you're fucking ahead. And that's why it works. He got spanked, but he got there.
Yeah.
Did you expect to see Timmy's bare ass on a...
Can't say that I was.
Not sitting next to my mother, no. I wasn't expecting that.
I did also like, I did kind of like the ending, kind of like a, I don't want to call it like a Rocky 5 kind of thing, because that's a weird comparison, but one of the things where it's like, the match that didn't actually count, I kind of like that. But that's why when I said after the movie, I said, like, he's technically 3-1, guys. I don't want to tell you, he's technically 3-1.
I swear they only played twice. They played twice.
Well, because I guess if you know, they played three matches.
You're saying game count or match count?
Match count. He only played once, but they played 3 games at the tournament in England, and he beat him 3 games to 0.
A match to game.
A game is a game to 21. A match is the set of best of 3. Is it best of 3?
Game set match.
Yes, best of 3.
Yeah.
Whatever. Also, I do kind of like. I mean, listen, the guy respected the game and let him play that full game out, which was cool. That was dope. Kevin O'Leary seemed a little too good about like being like kind of I'm a vamp, like you said, I'm a vampire. It's like, ooh, maybe he is.
I mean, vampires turning up random movies, huh? But no, yeah. I mean, that kind of closes out. I mean, we're gonna be talking about Marty, I'm sure, a lot the next couple months as we continue to track our way towards the Oscars and
Micah,
the rest of this award season.
You said you were watching SAG or Critics' Choice. Did he win?
Critics' Choice, yeah, he did win a Critics' Choice.
Timmy won a Critics' Choice.
Yeah.
I mean,
that might be the only thing he wins, because none of the critics can vote for the Oscars. The Oscars is that's like a employees only kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll definitely be tracking this. But all right, we're 43 minutes in. We just covered 2 of the biggest movies from the holiday season, but what about the rest of 2025, guys?
Should I pull? We pulling it up, baby? We doing this?
Pull it up, light it up.
Let's do it.
We did this for 2024. It was one of our favorite, you could call them games that we did, where we would list out our 10 favorites from the year. We each go around, and we're doing it again for 2025.
Keep your honorable mentions to a respect.
Yeah, because there are a lot of great movies that came out this year.
I'm gonna be I got 8 honorable mentions. Don't worry. I had another 10 just for honorable mentions. Let me zoom this in so it looks nice and pretty.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, Micah, I'd love you to kick us off. You can mention your honorable mentions first if you have any that you want to bring up.
Sure. Let me find my list. All right, so I added another honorable mention because fuck it. And then
Really,
also with my
two?
list, yeah, I did
Yeah,
two.
two
I don't care.
honorable-
You
I got-
bastards.
Yep. Switching up on you.
Two honorable
Switching
mentions.
up on you. So I restricted my list to theater watches only.
Okay.
So my first honorable mention is only eligible to be honorable because it did not actually come out in 2025, but it was my first time seeing it, and it was in a theater, and that is Prince's Purple Rain. Had such a good time. Great music, hilarious movie, just all around good. Honorable mention, Purple Rain.
Oh wait, that's honorable.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I'll be.
And then my second honorable mention is the Megadoc, the documentary about the making of Megalopolis.
I bet
Just
that was
really
cool.
funny and like so much access. Like he was there for everything, and that no one ever does that because it's like they're arguing, yelling at each other, trying to work a scene. The guy's just got a camera in their faces, like, oh, this is really good. Keep going, keep fighting. So that was my other honorable mention. But to get to my 10th pick here, it's gonna be The Carpenter's Son.
Wow.
I just had such a fun.
All right.
I had such a fun time in the
Nick
theater.
Cage?
That's
Yeah.
the Nick Cage. No,
I gotta
June-
see this. You told
Jesus
me.
movie. I just had
that.
such a fun time with it. I don't know. I thought it was fun. Thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Taking itself like completely serious, and I just had a blast.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow.
Eric, go ahead, buddy. Give us a couple honorable mentions.
Yeah,
You can-
I'll run through my two honorable mentions real quick. First one, Yorgos Lanthimos Begonia.
Ooh,
I liked it. Didn't love it, but I liked it a lot. I know it's up at a couple different awards, but a fun ride nonetheless. Speaking of rides, maybe one of the biggest rides of the year. I'm gonna put Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning as my other honorable mention.
There we go.
Probably just for the stunts themselves. I mean, that sub scene is all time. If I want a little dopamine hit, I'll go watch that or the flying scene. But my first number 10 spot, I'm going to put a little romantic comedy ditty we all watched. It's going to be Eternity. David Friend's
really like
Eternity.
Eternity.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it a lot. This is why I drafted it in my my fantasy game, which I don't even know where we stand on that anymore. But yeah, I thought this was such a charming movie, original premise. I enjoyed all the performances. It's tight. It can just sit on its own. I love seeing a little original movies like that. Kind of inspired storytelling. So
Love it.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
What do you got, Brian?
Yeah, so in my honorable mentions, you had like ones that were cycling around, we the avatars of the worlds and that. I think I had my main honorable mentions. I had Wake Up Dead Man and Eternity in my honorable mentions. I thought about when we saw Resurrection, I was like, you know what, I gotta watch that one again before I can even start putting it in any of these lists. But my number 10, I'm gonna put it into Rental Family. Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
That's gonna sit for my number 10. I don't know, maybe it's just this one just hit for me. I think emotional beats hit differently for everyone. Some of the scenes really got me right in the chest feels, and there were just a scene in this movie that I just thought was so genuinely funny that I loved it, and I can't wait to watch this one again. That was my number 10.
The funeral scene? That was a favorite of mine.
That was so funny. I think the scene I'm talking about one is when they're deciding to help Brendan Fraser, and they're posing as lawyers.
Yes.
And they're like, "Oh fuck!" They're like, "We're gonna get caught." And then they hear on the intercom, "Oh, the detective's here too." And the boss that they didn't think tried to help was also posing as a detective. He came in. I don't know, man. That shit just made me laugh. There's something just so honest, like earnest about that comedy beat. I thought it was really funny. I think this is a good feel good watch. This is a great movie if your parents are like, "Should we watch a movie tonight?" I think it's a good one. So, Micah, give me your number 9.
My number 9 is going to be Oh Hi by Sophie Brooks.
Dude.
It's the Molly Gordon, Logan Lerman movie.
I've been meaning to watch that one for
It's a good laugh. It's just like a good showcase of
I don't know why you're being difficult.
Molly Gordon's talents, and it's I heard on the Big Picture podcast they were kind of talking about it, and from an older perspective they're like, is dating this bad, and it was yeah, this is an insane move to take your situationship on a weekend getaway.
You had mentioned that. I think did you see it in Screen Unseen, right?
I
remember you
did,
had said
yeah.
that. Yeah, you had said that, and I was like, that's not a good. I gotta watch that at some point.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It was really
to watch
funny.
that.
Word.
I like Molly
okay.
Gordon.
I like that. Nice.
Yeah.
Eric,
Definitely still on my watch list. My number 9, I'm going to a movie that a lot of people were contentious about the ending, but I loved it regardless. Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later.
Hell yeah, bro. Yeah.
Man, it's just such a great reintroduction to like a universe that's been. I mean, when did 28 Weeks come out? Like
28 Weeks was 2007 or like 8 or something like that.
And I mean,
2006 or 7.
Yeah. I loved a lot of this choice. A surprisingly like heartwarming story. In the end, I'm so excited for the next one coming out a week from now. I know for a fact that this is going to be on at least one other person's list in here, so I'm sure he'll have a little bit more to say. But yeah, I thought this is a great, solid movie. Kind of movie of 2 different parts, 2 different halves. So excited for the rest.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm hearing the buzz I'm hearing about Bone Temple, which is coming in a week, is pretty insane. Like, I don't want to overhype things, like, off of that. And you got to take everything at a grain, at surface value, but definitely promising. And I'm excited to see what Nia DaCosta do. I think she's a talented director, just hasn't really had a good opportunity to showcase it. And I mean, taking right over, like, filming in sequence with Danny Boyle to be able to do that, I bet that, that would have been a really cool thing. So I'm excited to see it. My number 9 is a movie that nobody else saw, apparently, but I did, and it's mine. Bring Her Back from the Philippou brothers. I don't care. This movie was great. I thought it was so good, and nobody saw it. And I don't know why the thing is going 10, 11, 12.
Fuck.
I don't know. I'm trying, all right? Bear with me. Bring Her Back. I thought it was really bear with me. I thought it was really well done, man. It's definitely it's not as kind of, I don't want to say silly, but it's definitely like way more somber in tone than Talk to Me. But I think it's a really, really well second debut for their second outing for their directing, and I'm excited to see what they do next. And recommend it to anyone who watch it.
All right.
What do you got next, Micah?
I've got a movie with a guy we've been talking about a lot recently. I've got Finn Wolfhard's Hell of a Summer.
I see. I had that in my honorable mention. I didn't know if that counted.
What do you mean?
I thought it was 2023. Yeah, I had that on my list at one point. I removed
saw it for the first time in a theater.
Okay. Hey, so did I.
I'm just looking at its Letterboxd score. How did it have a 2.7?
No,
haters,
I think
the lot
that
of you.
movie is made for because I know Carly loves it. My friends love it. It is we love it, and that's
Brian. You can just copy and paste that from my 8 as well, brother.
Yeah,
Let's go, Eric. Let's go.
Let the record show it was on my list. I removed it because I thought it didn't count. That's funny. Hell of a Summer. Okay.
Dude. Micah, yeah, give your 2 cents. And then,
please, go ahead.
We can just tag team.
That was in my top 10. Fuck, I took it off.
No, I just really thought it was funny. I mean, endlessly quotable.
Yeah.
I thought, not like scary, but like thrilling at times. A lot of laughs and a little bit of thrill. I just liked it.
Yeah,
man, fuck.
Endlessly quotable is the right way of saying it, dude. This is the most I've laughed in a movie in theaters in a long time. It's so good. And I was literally just staring at 2.7. I'm like,
I was like, how in the hell?
No, it's so weird because
everyone hated it.
All of my friends I've shown the movie have loved it, which is like weird because like it's so funny, and that's so funny you said that too because I was literally it was sitting at my like 9 forever, and I was like, oh. I feel like I'm gonna say it and it's not gonna count. That's so fun. I took it off. All right. Well, the point is, we all love Hell of a Summer. This pod loves Hell of a Summer, and that's a great pick. My number 8, I got our boy Brady Pitt. I got Fwan. I got Fwan.
F1.
I got Fwan.
Took me a second.
Man, seeing this in IMAX is something special. But upon every rewatch, I mean, this is just like what sports movies are all about. Like, if you make them well, they're thrilling. I love what they did filming it, just without things. I mean, it's a blockbuster. It's a summer blockbuster that speaks for itself. I don't have to go too far in justification for it. Micah, take us in number 7.
All right. I've got a movie I really liked. I've got Hamnet. Chloe Zhao's Hamnet.
Great flick.
Great flick. I think Jessie Buckley is. I think she's like the de facto. I think they could just hand her the Oscar now.
Yeah.
And then keeping the Jupe brothers on my list. I'm keeping the Jupes employed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Keep them Jupes employed.
Keep them Jupes employed.
All right, what do you got, Eric?
What are we on? 7? My number 7, we were just talking about a bunch. I've got Avatar, Fire and Ash. I needed a big blockbuster in here. There's maybe not a single one bigger this year. Jim did it. Jim did it again, man.
Jim did it again. Jim did it again.
I mean, we just covered everything about this. Yeah, I mean, Team Varang, man, she rocks. So, more, give me more. I can't wait any longer for the next one. We just got this one, but yeah, number 7. Over to you, Bri.
That's so funny. I'm so mad about the Hell of a Summer thing. So it would have been a nice It would have been a nice even 1, 2, 3. But we all know I love it. I have Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later at my number 7 spot.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know I've been gung ho about this movie since day one. I think it's so creative. I think it visually is one of my favorites of the year, and I just cannot wait to see what's next. I think this one's kind of one of the things where it's like you either love it or you hate it. And I feel like being a little bit like on the fence of like, ooh, it's a little weird. I kind of want to see where they're going is one thing, but like, I just don't know how you can look at this movie and be like, that was boring or that shit sucked. Like, and not be excited to see what's going on with the Bone Temple. Take your girl to the Bone Temple.
Oh, brother, this guy.
All right.
Okay, what we got for 6?
All right. I've got, just a really solid output, which means it's already better than most. From just a really consistently solid guy, I've got Wes Anderson's Phoenician Scheme.
Ooh.
Almost made my honorable mentions.
I saw
Yeah.
somebody have it in their bottom of the year, which seems weird.
Crazy.
I don't know how
insane.
that works, but, bottom of the year
what's
is
his
crazy.
face shows up, does his disguise, and that's when I was like, that's 5 stars right there for Michael Cera. For that scene alone from Michael
Yeah.
Cera, that was awesome. Yeah,
That was awesome. It's such a good. I need to give that movie a
So
rewatch.
funny.
It's so charming.
so funny. All right, what about you, Eric?
At number 6, I'm getting Craig'd right here. I'm putting weapons in.
All right.
In my number 6 for my 3rd horror movie on my list. Wow, jeez.
He's Craig.
Yeah,
Eric, I'm joining you. That's
You
my
getting
number
Craig?
6 as well. That's my number 6 as well. Weapons at number 6.
Oh man, he's 2 for 2. This one I had like a nightmare from just the trailer. It's such a unique concept for this movie. Expertly like done, I'd say, like the way he directed it. Yeah, I don't need any more. I mean, we can talk about Annie Madigan. Holy smokes, man. She's
Such a good
awesome.
performance, yeah.
I mean, already kind of like a classic villain. I know they're talking about making a prequel. Don't even really need it. I love this movie as it stands.
Don't need it.
Brian, what else do you think?
No, I think this is one where it was just a great original horror movie. It's one of those things I'll always remember being in theaters, seeing that movie for the first time. I think in this was just a great year for original horror, and again, I think so, like, even after it came out, Zach Cregger came out and talked about you want to poke holes in this and that, but like I just think a movie like that with the hype that was around it, how fun but also kind of terrifying it was at the same time. I think it's a movie that we're gonna be talking about for years to come. And I'm excited to see what he does next. I think it's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. No, it was great. I mean, being in theaters for this movie, like a couple of those scenes were just unbelievable. That car scene was crazy to be in theaters for that.
God.
But yeah, Micah, bring us our top 5.
All right, this one almost didn't make it, but I spent my own money because I wanted to see this so bad. I have Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man here.
Lucky.
Nice, great one.
A return to form, thankfully, after the second one, and I just thought this was really cool
Wake Up Dead
and funny and good. I really like Josh O'Connor in this and Josh Brolin. Both the Joshes. I like, Glenn Close obviously has a lot to do.
Yeah.
And the cast wasn't all well utilized. They all have their moments.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner.
I thought it
Jeremy
was great.
Renner when he fell down the
Yeah.
stairs, that was good. Josh Brolin's jerk off monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like, speaking of watching movies with your parents, I texted you guys that I was gonna show my parents this. Then I was like getting stuff ready, like, to watch it, And I was like, actually, guys, like, never mind. You guys should probably go to bed.
I forgot about the jerk off monologue.
And it's so long.
I forgot
it's
all
so
the jerking
good.
off.
I was like, oh, yeah.
The jerking off of it all.
The jerk
The
off monologue.
jerking off of it all.
All right, good. No, that's
No.
like, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fair point. It was in my honorable mentions. And it was like, it's one of the things where like you didn't Knives Out. Who knew we were going to keep that momentum going for the third entry? I mean, this was great.
Make a fourth.
Bring me the fourth.
Yeah,
Bring
make
me the
it
fourth.
right
Make it
now.
four.
Just keep making them. Make a million of
Make
these.
up forever. I think he's gonna.
Yeah.
He said he wants to do one other movie in between, but he would. So
Okay.
I can't blame him. After he
He's
wants
free
to,
from Netflix
he wants
now,
another
so-
crack at the Last Jedi. All right, what do you got, Eric?
Rounding out my top 5. After watching it last night, I thought about putting higher, but I just can't as of right now. I'm dreaming big. It's Marty Supreme. We talked about it. Loved it.
Eric, we are
Loved
just
it.
we are just two peas right now.
Look
bro.
at us
Wow,
go.
look at you
Look at us
guys.
Hey,
go,
we are just two
man.
peas, dog.
I mean, we don't really have to say much. We just talked about
yeah,
it.
we just talked about it. It's great.
We're
Michael,
going to start seeing some overlap. I don't know.
I think once we get to the top 4, we're gonna start seeing a little bit. Yeah.
I think you'd be
Michael-
surprised. All right, so
What do you got?
a movie that we're going to talk about next week. I've got Bygones Resurrection.
That shit was
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah,
That shit was crazy, Micah. I don't blame you for having it in there.
this is going to send me off my tangent about how American award shows ignore Asian cinema, but
Yeah.
where is this for several things? Where is
I-
some of my other movies coming
I
up?
could
But
not believe this movie, especially the last hour. I could not believe what I was seeing in front of my eyes and how we're not talking about it at all. Mike, I'm with you.
No one's
It's
talking
fucking
about it.
ridiculous. Like
Until
at least
us.
for
Next week.
cinematography, right? Give
Yeah.
him something.
editing, I don't. God.
Yeah, something. Oh my god.
Candle usage, I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you said- Time lapse of candles.
Wax.
use of
ask
the
you
color. Use of the color red in films. Like it
Yeah.
was in my list. I put it in my giant crock pot of movies that I was gonna. that I had
We're
to
going to
whittle
talk
for
about this in
Yeah.
next week's episode. Come check it out. We
Yeah,
have a
it's
lot
gonna be
to
great.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Running out my top 4, I've got Ryan Coogler's Sinners.
Whoa.
I think Coogler, he has been for a while, but now every time he releases his movie, it's just kind of a thing where it's just an event.
Yeah.
This is his first original movie, and man, oh man, it hit. And it's not very scary, but it's a good action movie. I love Michael B. Jordan's performance as the twins, 2 different performances. I love the supporting cast. I love the score. Miles Canton, I hope to see him in more. Just a very solid entry that came out early in the year, and we're still talking about it when it comes to award seasons. That's how you know people really like this movie.
Hell
So-
yeah. No, it's a banger for sure. We're one off on this one, Eric. Sorry. So my 4, I had Hamnet.
Hey, there we go, Hamnet.
Yeah, which Hamnet I thought was. I mean, we've all talked about it a million times. It's fantastic. A movie that at first I was like, huh, like it's about the birth, like the origins of Hamlet, Shakespeare. And I was like, oh my god, the plague. Then it was like, oh my god, theater. It was great. One of the most ride. I think a lot of people should see this movie. My mom has been trying to see it, but she can't find it in theaters anywhere. It's kind of a pain to find, I guess.
It's been a long time since it came out now.
No,
Yeah,
but you know when I
Thanksgiving,
saw it, I had
yeah.
to see it in a specific like theater.
Yeah.
It's like the showtimes were limited for sure. But yeah, it was great. Micah, take us to number 3.
All right, my number 3 is Najatu. What a blast. I had so much fun.
I get
I'm
it.
going back to back on movies where I was watching it. Put a space after the E.
Is it like Nisha?
Yeah,
Okay,
there we go.
cool.
Yeah, where I was just like looking at the screen and I was like, I'm seeing something I've never seen before, like
yeah.
the whole time. I just thought it was really cool. You know, I was like, why isn't this is better than any animated movie I've seen? And I've got some work to do on those. I've really only seen
Yeah.
like K-pop Demon Hunters, but
They-
no one's doing it like they're doing it over in
Wait,
China right
no
now.
one has K-pop Demon Hunters on their top 10?
Eric, we're still waiting on you.
they put they did put
Still haven't
Nisha
seen
1,
it.
I think, on Peacock or something. So Mike, I do have to get around to it because like sometimes
I'm waiting to do a double feature. I've been talking about it so much. I'm just like pointing to people. I'm like, you would like this, doing the double feature.
If you do the double feature, I would rip it because I do need
Yeah.
to watch these
It
movies.
is one that I trust your opinion on it. Like I want to see it, but I just haven't got around to it.
It's like visually, it's like I don't
Is
know.
it great? Yeah, and I believe it. Eric,
Kung Fu Panda 2 times 100
hell yeah.
million.
All right, well, hell
billion.
yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a bar right there. Eric, what about you? Was it Neja 1 for?
Neja 3. This is a movie I saw 4 times in theaters this year. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I know what it is.
It's F1. Yeah, I mean, I love sports movies. I think Joseph Kosinski has like mastered the summer blockbuster. This movie is a roller coaster ride. In every sense of the word. It's like literally a theme park. It's insane to look at. It's insane to listen to. I don't really need to talk about the performances because that's not what you're going to the movie for. It's to watch some big car go vroom. And that
big car does go vroom.
Yeah. Big car does go vroom. And I think the score is underrated in that movie too. I think Hans Zimmer killed it. Love that movie. We'll probably watch it every year over the summer.
I love it. I love that movie too, man. I think I did Sinners for my number 3.
Yeah.
Again, like great movie all in all. I hope it wins a lot of awards. I just love the way it looks, the way it sounds, I love the performances. Being in IMAX opening weekend and seeing the aspect ratio, I mean, there's just nothing like that. That was just something to behold. Yeah, this is another one of those movies that I think is going to really stand the test of time. It'll be like, that will be the movie like, oh, you remember Sinners? That was a crazy movie. We should watch that again.
Yeah.
Loved it. Micah, takes it on our top 2. We got 2 left. I think I'm trying to think of what. There's one movie that hasn't popped up for any of us. I assume it's in all of our number 1s or 2s.
Well, I don't know.
Let's see. Oh no!
I've got this is where I put Avatar.
Okay.
Fire and Ash.
Just
because like I was so highly anticipating this, and then I thought, for me at least, it delivered.
Hell yeah!
So I really enjoyed this. Yeah.
Hell yeah!
What else to say?
We already, we already talked about it.
Listen, man, there hasn't been a movie on here yet where I'm like, really? It's like it was a good year for film. What can we say?
What can we say?
What can we say? All right, Eric, what do you got? Number 2, buddy.
I was
Lilo
this close. How to Train Your Dragon, actually. I was this close to putting this movie as my number 1 of the year. But I've seen it 3 times in theaters. It's Chloe Zhao's Hamnet. Man, oh man. Maybe it's because I'm reading the book. I don't know. It's like a test every time I go in there. Every time I go in, it's harder. I have a harder time not crying. Like I think I've cried progressively more and more each time. I've gone one by myself, one with Riley, and then one with my mom and Riley. And like, it's just a sob fest. I haven't been this emotionally invested in a movie since probably La La Land at the end. But like, I really like. I mean, the Jupes. Like we all have this movie in our top 10. Yeah, this is. I mean, Chloe Zhao. Like it's inspired Jessie Buckley performance of the year across the board. Like even as much as I like Timmy, like this is like it floored me. And she's a force.
No, it's great. And I bet you're all wondering what my number 2 is, and to think that we all have the same number 1 for the second year in a row.
Now you see me 3?
And the answer is we do all have the same number 1, I assume, at the end, because my number 2 is Train Dreams by Clint Bentley. My God, what a movie. Just not quite as good as my number 1. This one was great. Getting to see it in theaters is really special, but I think even as seeing on Netflix is worth it. I forget which major award it won for cinematography. I imagine it probably was. I
want to say it was Critics' Choice?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe those are all off screen, which kind of sucks.
It's not the big one. I had some of my favorite cinematography I've seen in a long time. Definitely not, I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea kind of movie, but I loved it. I loved the story for me, and I think I don't know anyone who couldn't watch this movie and be like, well, that wasn't pretty as fuck, because it is. But do we all have the same number 1? Micah, what's your number 1?
I don't think we do.
For
me, at number 1, there was no other choice. Pick no other choice.
You had no other choice. I thought you had. Never mind. All right, never mind. I thought I had it. You pegged down. This is the Park Chan-wook one, right?
Yeah.
I still
didn't even crack the top 10 for.
Well, there's 2 I left off my list that are pretty glaring because I think they would have. I just wanted to like pick more movies.
No, it's your favorite. It's fine. I get it. Yeah. I had some number 1s in there when I'd be like, damn, Eric. So no other choice, Park Chan-wook. I still need to see that. I've heard it's fantastic.
Yeah,
you had told us about that the other week. Eric, what is your number 1?
Speaking of 1,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's one battle after another.
Yeah. No,
I mean, we can both give our thoughts on it. Yeah, I mean, I know there was a lot going into this movie. Obviously, it's like it's very much a front runner, a lot of awards categories, but it really delivered. I mean, I think Paul Thomas Anderson has a fan for life in me now. Like, I've seen some of his other work, but like now
Absolutely.
I'm like, yeah, I'll go watch Licorice Pizza, a film I never had any interest in watching ever. Had to watch it the next week. This is just like one of Leo's better. I mean, I like Leo a lot, but I fucking love him in this movie. Soundtrack's great. I mean, I just think in terms of a screenplay, just a great, tight screenplay. Like, everything works, is firing on all cylinders. I love it. Ryan?
Yeah, One About the Other was just the one that stuck with me most of all the year. Just like one of those films that I seeing in IMAX was amazing. Like you said, it makes me now realize like any Paul Thomas Anderson movie I hadn't seen because I thought I wouldn't like it. I guess I would, especially after seeing Licorice Pizza. I was like, that one I had zero interest in, and then I was like pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
and this one was great. Something about Leo and Benicio in this one, just all across the board, fantastic. But I like that this year again was one where I probably had 5 or 6 movies off this list that there's a strong case to be made onto here. It was a good year, and I got no complaints about that. This one just happened to be my favorite. But yeah, there's a little list. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, I'm putting Sinners in one battle and some kind of cloud off to the side.
Yeah.
They're just so, over.
I get that.
At least for
so
American
obvious.
movies. Yeah. For me, I was like, let me add, I'm not going to get high on the list.
Yeah, I get that.
I was
Honestly,
curious if you would put in Mission Impossible, Micah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just a weak first third,
Yeah.
So while I enjoyed the other 2/3, it's like the 1/3 where they were insecure about whether or not you had seen all the movies.
Like, we got to recap you. We got to bring you back up to speed, brother.
Yeah. I was like, I
love
don't need any of that.
These top 10 favorites.
I do like the top 10. I think it's another. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Eric.
No, I was gonna say I think it's a great year. There's a ton coming out this year, so we're gonna definitely do like a 2026 like anticipated draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe add some more like. We had some pretty cool like categories last year, but maybe we can look into like keeping them, maybe switching them up. But there's gonna be a ton coming this year.
We found that. Do we still is that on here somewhere?
We'll have to review that and then redo it.
Yeah, why don't we review
next
it?
pod?
Yeah, we can review it next week and then redo it. That'll be a fun thing to do.
I think there's a movie on my most anticipated. I have to go watch now because I just didn't watch it.
Eric's got Springsteen on there.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
We'll review it next pod, but that's funny as fuck.
No, but next pod, we're talking Micah's movie of the week, which is Resurrection, which is on his list.
If you haven't seen it, it's too
late.
Go
watch. It's gone. Is it gone?
That's why Eric had to go in the dark of night.
I went at 9:55 p.m. and not just to the theater here. I had to drive 20 minutes.
It was me and the 6
it.
people in the downtown theater, man. But we were chilling there. It was great.
My theater was surprisingly full of people.
Tyson's is so. I almost went again last night, and I just didn't feel like it. And when I can't, I was like, you can look at the seats around you?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll move if I don't like who I'm sitting next to.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I was like, wow, yeah, it's low key full.
Dude, and that's the thing. Like 9:55 p.m. It's a 2.5 hour Chinese film. You think only the sickos are in there? I get in there on this was Tuesday. Yeah, and there's a couple sitting next to me. She's on her phone for the first like 2 minutes, and I was like,
you can't even.
I was
hear
like,
it.
yo, I was just like, I kind of had to lean over.
During the whole like silent film.
I was
bit,
like, yo, like movie starting. But I'm like, what are you doing in this movie? Like, this is not just like you walk into this.
Yeah,
movie.
right. It's not like you got like an afternoon showing to like Lilo and Stitch, and you just didn't really care. Like you came to this movie, and also you can't even like half. I'm not saying you should have your phone out in general, but you can't even like half like pretend like you were listening because you don't speak Mandarin.
You gotta read. You gotta read.
You gotta read it. And also, they're not talking really.
Yeah,
There's like voiceover.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
like
that
50
first minutes.
Yeah.
They're not.
No,
I was like, it's though. We're gonna talk about it.
We'll talk about it. You can see that we're itching and scratching and burning.
We got Resurrection.
Yeah,
thanks for listening. Catch y'all next time.